Greetings from the middle of the map. This is Renee Benson at AV Renee KC. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans who are listening. You are listening to and watching the AV Life.
Hey all, it's James King here. You are watching and listening to the AV Life.
And such a familiar voice it is. Hey folks, this is Tim Van Wert, your host for the AV Life, and glad you're here to join us, to watch us or listen to us, whatever your choice is. So sit back and enjoy, and welcome to the AV Life. Yeah, I had to switch that up a little bit. I didn't know where I was going with that at first. So full clarity,
seat of our pants here.
Full clarity there. I wasn't 100% sure where I was going with that one, but here we go.
Are we ever sure where we're going?
I have a rough guideline sometimes. Well, I have a rough guideline sometimes. I do have a plan sometimes. But I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that voice. We welcome back James King.
Yay! Insert applause voice.
Yay! Round of applause.
That's either a good thing or a bad thing.
No,
this is a great
James.
thing. Yes, we miss you, sir.
Soccer keeps me busy.
Yeah. So I mean, how you been? I mean, obviously soccer's been keeping you busy. So how are things otherwise?
Good. Other than soccer and work, and just the same old.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Glad to hear. It was funny, as we always talk a little bit about the weather because it's the AV Life, and I had asked James.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. And I had asked James before we started recording if he had missed winter out here from New Jersey, and I got a very decisive.
Yeah, he didn't even have to think about that.
No, not at all. Yeah,
I'm asked that a lot, surprisingly, but people ask me that a lot, and I don't miss it. I still remember the first winter I was out here. But my oldest was looking out the window, and she said, "I miss the snow." I looked at her and go, "No, you don't." I go, "It took an hour to get dressed to go out in it. You were out in it for 2 minutes, and then you came in and complained you were cold. You didn't have to shovel it. You didn't have to drive in it. You deal with it." I go, "If you want your snow, there's Mount Charleston. I'll take you up there."
There you go. There you go.
Well, I was gonna say, at least you have the option to go, visit the snow.
Yeah.
Or stay far, far away from it.
James, we had our son moved, way north of you, up by the Reno area, but I think they get all the seasons up there, right? They get more.
Yeah, that's more mountainy, woody area here.
So. But they're excited, and I'm like, well, I'm excited to come visit, but the kids, I mean, I'm sure they miss the snow for a minute because you think of, oh, how cool was that when but you're right. Yeah, you don't have to shovel. You don't have to you're not missing school because you had a snowstorm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so it's funny because like today it hit 38, right now it's 38 degrees here, Fahrenheit, excuse me, in case anyone outside of the United States is listening. 38 degrees Fahrenheit. And I feel like it came on too fast. I guess because everything was so mild. Plus on Saturday, it was 65 degrees. I went to the Rutgers football game and we beat Maryland, and very nice football game. And, but it was in the 60s. Like I said, it was in the 60s. It was beautiful. It was sunny. So literally it went from beautiful on Saturday. The rain came on Sunday, and then it's dropped on Monday, and so it just came on too strong, and I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, so our weather here is starting to get a little colder, but today was gorgeous. It was in like 78-ish degrees, and actually the wife and my youngest, we actually went out to the Valley of Fire. Spent the day out there, and that was our first time since being out there, so nice little hike.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the three of us are seriously holding down the map. We got James West, Tim east, and I'm right in the middle. So we are seriously just anchored down this
We're
thing.
so well balanced. You know, so,
Normally it's not. It used to
yeah.
be so East Coast with
Yeah.
Timmy
Yeah.
and you. And if we had anybody on, they were always from New Jersey. It seemed like I was like, is everybody in AV from New Jersey?
Maybe it's just who Corey always knew. It was everybody
Yeah,
on the
that's
East
probably true.
Coast. You know,
Yeah, a
I mean,
lot.
he knew
Yeah,
people all over the place, but yeah, I think it was just
a lot of yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And you know what? You know what? I think there might be a bigger push to cover the Midwest, though. I think, Renee. I mean, I don't. Maybe that's I don't know. I mean, maybe it just it feels like everything I've seen online, like for people who are so people who are looking, look on LinkedIn, keep an eye. You know, if you're looking for something, I feel like there's a lot of stuff like right in the middle of the country right now. Maybe it's just what's showing up in my feed, but and clearly I'm not leaving New Jersey and I'm not leaving my job, so
Right.
it's
It's because we talked about it, so it's going to be in your feed. But
yeah.
there's a lot of movement. You know, it's a weird time right now in AV to be on the manufacturing side. There's a lot of projects that are pausing or maybe downgrading, or maybe funding is less than what they thought. So it might be this instead of this. But we have a lot of movement, a lot of people and businesses coming in.
Mm-hmm,
It's almost weirdly like right after the pandemic. Like
mm-hmm,
people are coming in, there's still a lot of businesses. Um, I mean, Denver, if anybody's familiar with Denver, it used to be when you flew into Denver, you were way to get to the airport. It's like you were way out in the middle of nowhere, right? To get to Denver airport. Now you barely see any land getting to Denver. It's just grown so much. There's so much movement. So it's just really weird. It's weird. It's weird. I guess it's like
mm-hmm,
we're running out of real estate. I feel like like where are the people gonna go?
mm-hmm.
A lot of apartments, a lot of multi-family kind of housing kind of things. So
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's
that's I
crazy.
will say, yeah, here in New Jersey, that's all they're building now is they build apartment buildings or, townhome complexes and stuff like that. Like it's as many people as we can get into a small area,
A
and
spot, yeah,
we're already densely populated enough. I got that's just my opinion. It's like
yeah.
we
It's
could
kind of
use a
crazy.
few less people.
Yeah, and I don't know if people are less of buying houses and more of the apartment slash rental. I don't know what's going on. I just
I mean,
it's kind of
if
crazy.
we're gonna go down that road, I feel like with the raise in interest rates, comparatively to how they were,
That's true. That's true.
5-10 years ago,
Yeah,
like people, the value is not there like it used to be, you know.
yeah.
So
I don't know. It's just we'll see what happens. I mean, I it's funny because they're always asking from the top, sea level down to us little peons here in the streets.
mm,
But um, like, what are you seeing? What are you hearing? It's like it's just weird. It's just I don't even know how to describe what's going on right now. It's just
mm-hmm,
weird. Things are weird. It's not like canceled. It's not like, oh, that isn't happening. But a lot of things being pushed, a lot of construction being delayed. Um, so I know we have a lot of people too looking for work in our industry right now, or that are making some moves. I think that what Nancy does, I know she's not here, but
mm-hmm,
we'll say her name so she'll have to retweet us. But but she posts on LinkedIn and she always shares when there's a job opening. I think that's so
mm-hmm,
great, because during COVID there was it like Mark Coxon, I think, was doing something with the AV jobs or something. So this is nice. Nancy's actually sharing. I thought about doing the same thing because we have a lot of people looking again, and there's still some openings, and we've got a couple openings here at Sony. Even it's just, we don't want it. We don't want it to get any more. I don't want to say bad. We don't want it to get any weirder than what it
right.
is right now with things. But what about in higher ed? I mean, what do you guys see? Because I have a lot of my business is university business, and mostly it's cuts or things are small, or they're not dying projects. They're just maybe scaled down, or What are you guys seeing?
Yeah, go ahead. I was say, I don't know, James, if you see something different, but go ahead.
I don't know. I'm not seeing much going on. But I'll admit I've been kind of nose down to the grind. A lot of things I've been working on internally, and also like we mentioned earlier, on top of this, the soccer, all of that stuff is keeping me pretty busy. So I don't have my finger on the pulse as much as I used to, but things seem to be going pretty well, at least in my small circle. Um, yeah, that's it. What about you, Tim?
I mean, yeah, from my end of the world, like I think it varies a little bit, and in my particular case, there's still questions about like how many rooms are we gonna be able to do next year, and like none of that stuff's set in stone right now. It's more like just drawn in the sand, and I'm just waiting for that wave to come by and wash it away. I'm trying to plan, they they say, you should always just plan for what you can, and see what's given to you. At least you're ready. But I think there have been other universities who probably are struggling with trying to really struggle, like with even just keeping the technology that they have. So um
I think
I,
that's what you kind of mentioned there, Tim, is kind of key is planning. I've actually, part of me was like, I gotta dust off the old writing block and write an ITNA column and about planning, because I actually we just had one recently where we went for our LCME accreditation.
mm,
So, for those who may not know what that is the accreditation body of medical schools. So,
mm,
they're the governing body saying that yes, you can continue to be in med school, or no, you lose your accreditation to be in med school. It's every so many years. So, we were up for a renewal. IT was involved. Got to make sure technology is working, the panel can connect on the wireless and all that stuff. So we did a mock visit. We went smoothly for that. And then a week before the real visit, we got told there's a chance that it might be hybrid because of the government shutdown. One of the members may not be able to travel. So,
mm,
like, okay, how do we work this out? So I planned that. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do hybrid. Here's what we're going to do. And we're going to do all in person. So I know I was planning both case scenarios, and with the worst case being hybrid. Um, so we had a game plan in place. And then I know our higher ups, they were like, oh, we want to update. Like, yes, it's going to be in person. No, it's not going to be in person. They were about 90-10 that would be in person. I was like, cool, no problem. I got plans for both ways. And then, what it was, we found out the Sunday before it started. So it started on a Monday. Found out Sunday, yes, everyone's here in town. It's all going to be in person. I was like, cool. I got the hybrid. And I still remember funny was they had a break during one of the sessions, and one of the admins come to me and go, "Oh, pull out the cameras and stuff." I'm like, "I did that already." What are you talking about? I was like, "Yeah, I took that out even before anyone got here." And like, you couldn't know. I'm like, "That's the point. You weren't posted out that it was there."
mm-hmm.
I was like, I had it all planned. I knew if we went hybrid, we pulled two cables in. If not, I pulled this equipment out. You don't even know we set it up.
So yeah, yeah, it is about planning, and it's just funny because actually the next 2 days we're having uh like a big like IT training in our conference room. I should say big. There's only 10 of us that are going to be there, but it's like it's an important. Oh, okay, it's an important it's an important training for us to do. Sorry, Renee, we should have done this before.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry I'm not Murphy.
That's all right.
keep
Yeah,
going,
I
Ken.
realized it too. That's what I was trying to do earlier. I was trying to like sneak a photo, but I like came in all crooked and everything. It just didn't work. Anyway, yeah, and so like we literally we're not even 100% done with the AV in the room because it was due for refreshing and due to a small integrator that we worked with, and he had some scheduling conflicts and things like that. So we pushed it off so we could prioritize the classrooms. But we needed it for tomorrow's 2-day session. And so I finally got in there today to like really kind of work on the system and, test it out and spin the tires, as it were. And also I was moving tables around and getting things laid out. And it's going to be a nice, I think it's going to be a nice space now that, we're looking forward to bringing in faculty to do training with them and things like that too. So yeah. And the planning just for that was like months. That was like the first thing that I got brought into as soon as I got here. That was 7 months now that I've been, in this role at Rutgers Newark. So 7 months of planning, and it was going before I was there too, but like that was the first thing that they brought me in for. But yeah, so that planning, and I will say the grant money that we got for that space definitely helped. Now, I don't know if that grant money may not necessarily be there this next year. This has been in planning.
Right.
Like the rooms
That's
were
that's
decided.
the issue, right?
Yeah. The rooms were decided last fiscal. So like we needed to get it done. And then just between moving money around and finding time for things like, so, but yeah, that grant money is not there for this next year. So projects like mine would have either scaled or not happened.
Yep.
There you go. I knew there was a way I was coming back
That's what
around
I'm
to it.
seeing. Yes, that's what I'm seeing too. I'm seeing some of my, even my large universities, big names, I won't name names, that are like, okay, here's what we had, here's what we're looking at. So instead of this room having two beautiful 98s in it, it might just have 285s, or it might have 198. Like just
Mm-hmm.
it's just different. It's just different, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll get through it.
Yeah. We've
It's
gotten
a
through.
matter of how do you explain it? How do you explain what's going on when somebody asks you? It's like, I don't know what's going on. This is just weird. Like,
Well,
Renee,
that's the thing.
you can't use the word weird any more times in your report.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Well, because it's not like we could blame a recession because we're not in a recession right now. Like it's not, it's
I don't
not
know who to
because
blame.
of what's that?
I don't know who to blame.
I
Yeah,
don't know either. Like that's
yeah.
like you said, it's weird.
I think that's the thing is not. I'm gonna maybe take an unpopular opinion is, but that's American thing. We always try to find someone to blame.
Hmm.
There's no one. It's just as Renee said, yeah, it's weird, but it's the new way of doing things. We have to be a little more budget conscious.
Mhm.
We have. I'll admit there are some schools out there who just threw things in to throw things in. Now, granted, that could be due to an integrator because let's admit it, there are integrators who says, yes, you need to put the full Pontiac Firebird in your room when you don't. A Pinto will do just fine. We all know that. We've seen those integrators. And then
But who
there's,
really wants a Pinto in their room? Come on now.
I love the
It's
analogy.
I know
love
what you're saying, James. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's all about the experience,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's all about the experience. And a lot of things I've seen is people look at the technology. It's like, I am going to throw, this video wall in. Cool. What's the purpose for it?
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. It looks cool. Okay, well, that's a waste of money then. Like, it goes back to what we're talking about, planning. Like, what's the plan? What are you trying to achieve? What problem are you trying to solve? What is the experience you're looking for? I don't think many people are looking at it that way. There are some out there who do, and I think more and more are going that way. And that's what leading to some of this weirdness is because they're now looking at the experience and the outcome and going, wait, I don't need that VO when 298s will do just fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna make my own little PM minute here, but a good project manager would, before as the project is coming about, you have your scope of work. You ask questions. You ask those leading questions of like, what are you expecting to do? Like, what are you like? What is the, like you were saying, like, what is the outcome? Like, what's the experience you want? And that experience doesn't need to have all the bells and whistles. You don't necessarily have to have that, like, so, yeah, like that's something that could be discussed ahead of time and keep the scope within its parameters, you
Well,
know?
but I think, like you said, with the like the grants that were there that may not be there, or some of the funds that have already been pulled, the scope was, here's the wow factor, here's the experience, here's this, right? And now it's like, oh wait, maybe we don't have that. How do we reevaluate what that room would be for
Right.
an experience that's still
Well,
a
yeah,
great experience, but not
right. Well, and that's the thing. You got to be careful about that wow factor, because that wow factor is where you go from the Pinto to the Ferrari. Or sorry, I
Yeah.
can't. I got
yeah.
Pinto in my head now, so I don't know.
No,
Pinto to
I
non-Pinto.
Yeah.
yeah, that's really I think that's one of the things is I grants are great. You're wrong.
Mhm.
But and I guess this wasn't where we wanted the show to go, but it's where it's going.
No,
Planning
this is great.
is
Believe me, how many times we've gone off the rails and gone in other directions? This is working great. Let's
Joe's
go
not
for it.
even here and we derailed, so it's fine.
yeah.
It's fine.
So planning is like I remember one location we were talking, and they got a huge grant. All right, cool. They're like, we are going to go and install all this equipment in the classroom. Now, it was equipment we would be able budget wise afford without the grant. And I was like, later on, I was brought in late because so they already had it. And then like, why do we go with this model? And they're like, well, we had the grant money, so we could afford it. I'm like, cool. But when that money runs out, we still got to upkeep the standard that we just built.
Mm-hmm.
I go, we didn't think about that, did we? It was like that money is not there forever. I'm thinking, I don't look at 1, 2 years. I look at 5, 6, 7 years. What are we doing on the road?
Nope. Oh, sorry, James. I think we lost you there a little bit for a second. So
Yeah, I don't know. My connection has been horrible here lately.
that's okay. Well, and I think this gives folks an opportunity to really like look at what's essential. Like that, when you have these financial parameters in line, you have to make those decisions of whether you're going to, it's like, oh, okay, wow, do we do the one room that's going to be the showpiece, or do we spread it out over the 10 and get, do the right upgrades that gives the experience that's necessary to teach classes, and or
Right.
whatever your goal is in that respect. So
Yeah. Tough being you guys. You have to make those
well, it's tough
decisions,
for you.
right?
It's tough for you with your quarterly reports now that you have to kind of explain like these
Yeah,
weird
quarterly. It's
moments.
monthly. It's
Oh,
monthly,
monthly.
but
Excuse me,
yeah.
monthly.
But it's it's a, yeah, but it's I mean, it's just those of us who know that this is a relationship based business. I mean, I know that I
Mhm.
can call whomever and go, hey, here's the question I'm being asked. Just tell me. I don't even care what the answer is, because all I care about is reporting back the truth, and what we're really seeing and what we're really hearing, and stuff. But I mean, I think um, I've got three pretty nice sized integrators that I have national sales meeting. I'm at CTIs right now. I have another one next week. I have another one 2 weeks after that, and it's going to be really interesting to hear the pulse of what they're hearing in the field as well.
Mhm.
Retail, higher ed, house of worship, name the vertical, whatever. What are we all hearing and feeling and getting, I guess, getting a feel for how things are, but I don't
Mhm.
know. I keep saying like we're in unprecedented times. It's like, well, we've been through weird stuff before. Just
Yeah.
it's a matter of,
It's
it's
not really I was gonna say, 'cause it's not really unprecedented. It's just
it's just
it's almost cyclical in a way. Like, we go
Yeah.
through these. Like, what was it?
yeah, we've been here before.
Yeah, we went through COVID. We went through the recession of 2008. Like, it's like,
Eight, yeah,
yeah, 8 what, 17, was that another one? I don't know. But
I
like
think 17 was a small one. Yep.
17 was another small one, and so yeah, like we've been down this road every couple of years. It's the cycle, but in a
then
way.
why is everybody so surprised and asking for
I swear we must be goldfish. Like, maybe that's the problem. Like, everyone worries about the numbers now, and no one looks at the numbers on the big scale. And the data
yeah,
would tell us that, yeah, this is a weird year. You know, I think ever since COVID, I think in a way we do kind of look at everything a little weird. So
yeah. All right. See, I'm glad that everybody else is using the word weird too, so I can tell my management team that weird is
everyone's
just
using
the new
weird.
name. My
Yeah.
new.
So I mean,
But I
and it,
mean, it's we're still out here doing what we do.
mhm,
I haven't really stopped calling on my accounts. I haven't stopped calling on my end user customers. I mean, I'm still just taking in all the data,
mhm.
trying to pass along. But I mean, here we
Well,
are.
yeah, I was gonna say, I got a great segue for this, and we get back on topic to where we were before. We for this month of November, the HETMA Road to 10K theme is pit stop, grounded in gratitude. And one of the things in the notes here is that it's appreciate the small wins. And I think in these quote unquote weird times, that's what we could do. So we could appreciate those small wins. It's like when I went to Boston for the Midwich event, it was a great event, well attended, not a great higher ed turnout. But the small the small win there was that I had some folks from Emmanuel College, and they were absolutely amazed that we existed, and that, like, it was the exact solution that they were looking for, was HETMA. That we were there to help support them and show, like, what to get them connected to the larger higher ed vertical. Like, it, it was only two of them. There were two of them that came to Midwich, and there were other folks from other universities that were there and other current members. We didn't even have like more than 10 that showed up. I think maybe it was like 7, I think was where we ended up at. Um, but those two were so happy that it made it worthwhile. Like, it's like that was the energy we were looking for. Like, they were looking to get involved, they were looking to get on, and so that was my small win for
Quality over
October. Yeah,
quantity.
exactly.
Quality. Yeah.
Yes, that small win for October was right there. So I was thankful for that on a professional level, or I guess extended professional level. So yeah.
Well, and it was such a busy week, the week that you were doing that. There were so many events going on that week, and it was EDUCAUSE week, and HETMA had a
Hmm.
big road show down in uh, Nashville, and it was just a busy time. And that's the thing too is when I tell people, it's like the regional events are so busy that I have to turn some of them down. Like there's one right now in Albuquerque I had to have my coworker go to because I'm obviously not able to be in two places at one time.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of regional stuff happening too that maybe you know. But if it's quality and you're getting your message out, and
Hmm.
then and if they will share that with other higher ed folks as well.
Hmm. Well,
You know,
I think we've got one of our new taglines for HETMA. It's like, if there's AV, there's HETMA. So I don't know who put that tweet out when I posted about Midwich, the Midwich Tech Connect, but somebody tweeted that and put that line in there, and I was like, that's it. They're like, that's where it needs to be. So, did I lose everybody?
No, I'm still
Okay,
here.
you're still there. Okay, Renee froze. So, all right, that's why I wasn't sure. I was like, it got real quiet all of a sudden.
It did.
So, but yeah, so I mean, so yeah, those small wins, I think, are what we need to focus on now, like in these weird times.
No, definitely. And the small wins are definitely important. It's what are you achieving? How is it coming across? Are you moving the needle forward? And that's the
Mm,
important thing is, you know, it's just making sure that we're moving forward and you're doing people. Where's this quote? I had it. I gotta remember. I saw this the other day. I saw a couple. I've been watching a lot of like motivation videos and stuff lately. Um,
mm,
like here, nobody celebrates your discipline until they need to borrow your results.
mm,
And it's from a video I saw, and you know that was going. Like a lot of the videos I've been watching are talking about, you know, discipline, dedication, things like that, working hard, and saying so. There's small wins. Like
mm,
another one I posted was before you win, everyone will ask you why are you working so hard. After you win, everyone will mind you how lucky you got.
hmm. Yeah.
And then the last one, which I really like, and I say this a lot to myself almost daily since I saw it, is the magic you're looking for is in the work you are avoiding.
Hmm.
I like that one a lot, James.
I do like that one too. Yeah. I feel
So
that
those small
that's
wins is just,
yeah.
yeah, you're just, you know, chipping away. It's like the flywheel mentality, you know. You don't know once it gets going, was it the first push or pull? Was it the 100th pull? No one really knows. But once it gets going, it's you can't stop it. Like that's the flywheel. Those small wins, it all builds and adds onto it.
Hmm. And that's something I will say, you know, I'm going back to your quote there, James. You know, it's thinking about the things that like professionally I need to work on over the course of the next, like, I don't know, 3 to 5 years. Yeah, they're the challenging things that I've put off. And those are the things that really are probably going to change the course of my career over that time. So, and yeah, I've
Yes.
been kind of avoiding it because I know it's going to be hard. Like I know it's going to require extra time from my outside of my regular work day to do it. But
Yeah. And
yeah.
that and another thing that I'm seeing a lot, and I'm seeing this in the professional field, I'm seeing this in the soccer field, is people are not doing the basics. And you need the basics. You need to be doing the basics. And in fact, like I said, the videos I've been watching, there was one, the guy is saying that he was lucky enough to watch Kobe Bryant doing one of his early morning workouts, like a 4 a.m. early workout. Now, Kobe Bryant, people would say, you know, one of the best basketball players out there, one of the great basketball players out there. So this coach is watching him, and he is doing the basic drills. Now, of course, he's doing these basic drills at a high level, like what a professional athlete would be doing. But these are same drills that, you know, youth coaches run with 10, 11-year-old basketball teams, high school basketball teams, same basic drills. So the coach went up to him after and he's like, hey, you know, I was watching you. You were doing these basic drills. You're one of the greatest players out there. Why are you spending your morning workout doing basic drills? Kobe's response was, I am one of the greatest out there because I do the basics.
Hmm.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. You know, and I mean, I've got an engineer I travel with who's real young, real new to the AV industry. And I feel like part of what I'm doing is trying to teach those basics. Like when somebody calls or emails, you've got like a small window to get back to where they know that you're going to take care of them.
Hmm.
Like basic things that I feel like, listen here, little grasshopper, here's what you have to do to be successful,
Yeah.
to grow the relationships. But I agree. I mean, I mean, and even being in this industry a long time, after this trade show, guess what? I will do the basics and I will follow up and I will do all the things that you should do after every,
Hmm.
all the things. So I like that, James. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm just dropping a lot of things I've heard recently, and probably one of the things I really have taken to and I've been working on is a lot of us wonder, like, we put in all this work. Why aren't other people doing what we're doing? Like, we find it easy. Why are they struggling? And I heard this on a podcast, and the guest was talking about what's called, I want to say it's called a hey over in overseas somewhere. And what it is it wanted to have separation between private property and public parks, but they didn't want to like build fences or anything, like block views, make it unattractive. So they developed the thing they called the hey, which was um, like a gully type thing with a hill. So if you're standing in the private property looking at the park, all you see is a gentle sloping hill. But if you're standing in the park looking at the property, all you see is this giant wall you can't scale. And the guest on the podcast continue talking is like, we are now in the private property looking at people in the park and going, why can't you come join me? Why are you struggling? They don't see the giant wall that these newcomers in the field or new people have to, the trouble we used to go through. Think about it. Try to explain to somebody how you drive a vehicle. We just do it, but
Hmm.
we didn't start out doing that. We had to learn, we had to struggle. But now you have someone, well, how do you drive? And you're like, you can't really explain it. You kind of just do it.
Right. Well, I've seen so many memes like over the
So
years
true.
lately about like like explaining rules of like making a peanut butter sandwich or something like that. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we know what we need to do, but like to pass that knowledge along is requires more, sometimes it's some hand holding.
Yeah, because now they make Uncrustables and you don't have to do that. You just buy them at the store.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I do love those videos, Tim, of how to
Yeah.
make a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yeah. You put the knife in the jar. No,
Oh,
no, you're doing it wrong.
yeah. I love the one. It's like he spread the peanut butter on the bread and he takes the jar of the peanut butter and just spreads it on the loaf, the whole loaf of the bread. No,
Yep.
that's not what I mean.
No. Uh, but yeah, it's teaching the basics, and being able to build on those basics. And it's funny, and not having to do with that, but my ADHD brain went over to Zombieland. And they for those who've seen the movies, there's the rules and everything like that. And kind of on a little bit of a tangent, my brain went to rule number 32: enjoy the little things. And that's kind of where we're at. Not saying we're in zombie land right now, but maybe we are in some respects. But enjoy those little things, folks.
Yes.
And the basics.
Yeah. And the thing is, the basic, everyone wants to skip over them. Everyone wants, because they're
Hmm.
not the fun things. They're not they're like eating your veggies. No one wants to do it, but they're good for you. And a lot of people want to rush through them, wants to do them, skip over them. They want to get to the big thing. Like, I do in my coaching session is I tell them doing the basics, like building the foundation of your house.
Mm.
Doing the fun stuff is like putting the roof on. All great. But you know what? If your foundation is not strong, if it's not level, you're not doing it well, your roof is going to be crooked when you put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might just fall off. Like, so you have to build that foundation. You have to get to the basics. Especially like with me with goalkeepers, like we focus very heavily on footwork. And I have goalies who are always telling me, "Oh, I want to dive over a box," or "I want to do this," because they see clubs do it. They post these highlight videos of keepers doing these crazy drills. I'm like, cool. How often are you jumping over a box in a game? Well, never. Then why would you do it in training?
Right.
Like, and then I was like, yeah, every goalie wants to fly, every goalie wants to dive. But I go, if you have good footwork, you don't have to. You're in the right position. I go, you see these amazing diving saves by goalies, it's usually because they're in the wrong position. Give her any reason why. It could be just they just happen that way. But it go, you get good footwork and you get in the right position, you don't have to dive. You make it look easy.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, I see it in baseball. It's the same thing. Like these kids want to be like, you know, Anthony Volpe at shortstop. Is like, well, you have to be able to feel the grounder before you can make that dart throw over to first base. It's like you can't, it just doesn't happen. So why do we got to do the ground ball drills? Well, because that in farm league baseball, more than likely you're going to get a ground ball than you are a pop fly or you're like a line drive or something like that. Like, kids aren't hitting it like that.
And
so,
you know, let's bring this back to our audience here, the AAV, like we're talking about you sports there. It's like, you know, doing the basic of, you know, wire management and installing equipment. And like some of that stuff is like, or the fun one. I'll admit I'm not good at this one. Documentation. Documentation is so big.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, cool. We had a document, we could have solved this issue so much quicker.
Right, exactly. Because how many times have we gone in, even for the smallest changes, though, like where like you've gone to replace a piece of hardware and you know, somebody hasn't made the update to the wiring diagram or whatever it is to make that change. So yeah, like those simple things, or labeling your wires. Nomenclature is key.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're having a little technical difficulty here. Sorry, Renee. I guess you're there. Yeah, just a spinning box.
Yeah.
Can you talk for us? Oh no, I think we've lost Renee entirely. Hold on,
chat.
hang on, let me. Oh no, there. Well, now she's gone.
Yeah.
I was gonna remove her from the stage and put her back, but she took herself out. Apparently,
the content our listeners come for.
Yes, exactly. So, and she's back. Maybe coming back. Hey, the East Coast has a little bit more strength here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr.
Now
Chris
it makes
Netto.
more sense why you weren't saying anything. And I was like, he's right here.
Wait, I'm standing right here. I'm like, what am I, John Cena?
Yeah, exactly. You channeled your wrestling vibes there.
My wrestling knowledge. How are you, gentlemen? How's everything?
Going great.
Good.
Glad to have you drop in on us for the AV life here.
Literally.
Literally, yes.
I just came back from dinner and Renee was out here doing like live reporting.
Yeah. It's not the first time that's happened on the AV life. So
no. Live from the Ameristar Casino
in St. Charles, Missouri.
In St. Charles, Missouri.
I don't even know how to work my phone that well.
It's okay.
You're doing great,
But
Renee.
her arm is gonna go and start falling off if I don't. But I just want to say hi. You got everything cool? You guys doing good?
We're doing great.
Good.
Yep. Chris, when you come back, can you bring back a little?
I'm gonna see James in December when I get out to Vegas for LDI.
All right.
So I'll see you in December. Just saw Tim in Boston. What a great showing from HETMA.
Just talked about just talked about that show.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for coming, and thank you for. I didn't mean to crash. Like this is like.
No, we're at 44 minutes, so I'm gonna go have a drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Great to see you, James.
I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna take.
Have
I'm
a good
gonna
one,
steal her
Renee.
phone. I'm gonna run outside with it, and I'm gonna throw it into like a.
No.
Into the no.
None of that is happening.
She already lost her headset. We don't want that.
I did. I lost my headphones already.
Where'd it go?
They're on the airplane. They're on an airplane. Last I knew, they were in somewhere in Georgia with in a field.
Oh.
All right, guys. Love you guys.
All right,
Good
bye,
night,
Renee.
Bye, Renee.
Bye,
Good to see you.
guys.
All right, folks. Well, I guess that's our cue to start wrapping up here tonight. So, well, I mean, so yeah, James. I mean, we definitely got some good stuff coming down the road, and yeah, I think the basics are where we need to keep everybody at. So, especially if you've got like new hires and young talent that are coming in, start with the basics with them. That's
Yep.
and that's where I admittedly that's kind of where I am with my team. I'm starting with the basics. Like we just have to set some ground rules and ground expectations, and we'll build from there. They're smart. They're smart guys. Like I have no doubt they're going to pick these things up. But yeah, there's learning to be done.
100%.
So, James, thank you for coming in tonight. I'm glad you were able to join us here tonight.
I always dislike missing these recordings. So when I can get on, I always try to get on.
Yeah, and you always come with some great nuggets of information for us. So we're definitely pleased to have that. I'm sorry, I'm being a little distracted because we're dog sitting here tonight, and he came down to visit, and so okay, all right, maybe he's going back up or not. But anyway, all right, folks. Well, thank you for listening in, James. Glad to have you here. Hopefully, it won't be too long before we get you back here. So
Hopefully.
all right, folks. Enjoy the rest of your evening. To all of our veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. Well, we still have a couple hours here on the East Coast with that. And obviously, you're going to hear this after the fact. But thank you for your service and for all you've done for us here in this country. And for everybody else, thanks for tuning in. And as always, until our next adventure.